Can you describe what is happening?
I was in a circus. No, I was at a circus with the big top, and I saw two men look like they were business partners, and then had some type of chit chat. But immediately, just in looking at the two men, the one man that I'm left with to go see what he's gonna do, all of a sudden the face of an orangutan just shows up, bam, right there in the face, hair scruffy, and no real enthusiasm, no real energy, just more kind of existence and just seeing it. But then as I looked closer, I was like, wow, this is Trump. And I was like, I can't, no, I've never thought this before. I've heard it before, but okay. So then in just kind of following him around, definitely part owner in this big top circus. The time frame got to be maybe the 60s because you just have that one circus tent that everybody comes to sit under, and you have the center stage. You only have one stage basically for everybody to do all their acts in. And I definitely had the sense it's a little shady. I hadn't figured out what the illegal part, I guess, is, but that was about as far because I think I was so stuck on the incredulousness of I saw an orangutan all of a sudden, and then it kind of overlaid with Trump's face. And I was like, no one wants to see him right now. But, maybe there's something here to say or learn from. So I didn't quite get that far because I was so stuck.
Mhm. Let's explore that more.
I get that the orangutan, which is the slowest, I think, or at least seems to me to, yeah, because the sloth ain't in the same family, one of the slowest of its species. And they often look as though the lights aren't on, meaning, there's no thought really going through. I mean, there is, but the orangutan doesn't look as though they're really capable of, you know, serious thought. And not being Trump's personality, though, I concluded that the orangutan with no real thought and slow on everything, that was really his huge fear that he is really this orangutan, and therefore he's overcompensating to really suppress and hide that knowledge of himself. And yeah, he's doing a mega overcompensation, but it would be crushing for him to have everybody see that he is really this orangutan that he truly believes that he is, which I would have never guessed. But that is what I'm sensing here.
Mhm. Allow yourself to see what happens next.
No, I don't see what happens next. No, it's like, yeah, mm-mm. It was truly being able to conclude that he was really overcompensating. And I really see it as with that knowledge, I can really be much more neutral and not as reactive to the outlandish things that come out of his mouth. So it's like now I have the compassion and sympathy for it. Although his particular position, we as a society failed in allowing this true imposter get into such a high position and therefore wreak havoc on our lives. But I agree that sometimes the pendulum needs to swing pretty far to really reset better because we had gone too far. And therefore, with this orangutan, then maybe that will bring out the knowledge and the courage to reset to a more proper place that
Mhm.
is on more equal footing.
Mm. Very good. Thank you for that.